Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Eric Coffin from Advisories. I'm here at the September 2018 Metal Investors Forum. I'm here with Tim Moody. He's the CEO of Pan Global Resources. It's a company I recently started following, in large part because they have some very impressive targets in southern Spain. You just started drilling two of these main target areas just like a few days ago, right, Tim?
That's correct, yeah.
And what is this drill program going to look like? What's the layout?
Yeah, we've got 23 drill holes planned and a few extra sites if needed, 3,000 to 4,000 metres of drilling. Currently we've got one drill rig. We'll look to getting a second rig out there before too long as well, trying to move the program along.
Okay, and one thing that's definitely worth noting here is there's sort of two target types. You're drilling the IOCG and the and the lead silver, but in both cases, this is stuff that no one's ever drilled before. This is sort of the maiden drill program and all of this stuff, and it's the first significant exploration of any kind in the IOCG. Maybe you can give people sort of a 30-second caps on your background, because I mean you're really the guy that discovered these targets in the first place, right? Yeah.
Well. I worked on IOCG deposits in Australia, two of the sort of well-recognised IOCG provinces, the Gawler Craton, which hosts Olympic Dam, which is the largest of the IOCG family of ore deposits, and also in the Cloncurry district, which is also well known for that style of mineralisation. And beyond that, I've worked on those types of targets, other parts of the world, and discovered the Mina Justa ore deposit, which is currently in development in Peru.
Right, and so I mean, when you were running exploration in Spain for RTZ, I guess it was just the geology of that area. Like, you wanted to look for ICG targets, so you went looking for the right environment and then went and looked there.
Yeah. So I mean, the main target of those days when I was working for Rio Tinto in Spain was the Iberian Pyrite Belt. But while I was there, I thought I should, with my background, just to see if there's some potential for IOCG deposits. So I started to look, and after quite a bit of reconnaissance and looking at the indications, I came across this area which had some of the right characteristics. There were some copper indications, there were some previous rare earth exploration, there was some uranium occurrences, and everything was coming together, and as well as the structural setting was also very attractive. So after quite a bit of reconnaissance, came across an area, and as soon as I saw some of the rocks that I had seen in the Gawler Craton, I got quite excited.
Yeah, and you've got, I mean, I know there's not a lot of outcrop, but you got some pretty high grade samples at surface where you do have outcrop, and some very strong and pretty large too soil geochem anomalies. That's what you're drilling under now. That's
right. Yeah. So we did some reconnaissance along these pretty big structures. And then we followed that up with soil geochemistry. So what we were finding is in outcrop and in boulders, sometimes quite large, that haven't moved very far, percent levels of copper in places, with occasionally some cobalt, occasionally a bit of gold, occasionally some silver, and also almost always high in iron. So that and the soil geochemistry is defined in one instance. The largest target's about 3.1 kilometres long by about 0.3 kilometres wide. So,
and you've got in the other direction, and this is also being drilled during this current drill program. You have these base metal targets. And there was a little bit of mining back in the day on that, but again, it's not something that's been drilled. But back in the 19th century, I guess it was mined a bit.
Yeah, so although our primary target was copper, we saw in the property there was an old mine trend. It was about 20 plus kilometres. There was a series of old lead-silver mine shafts. They were operating from the late 1800s through to, I think, the last mine closed in about 1958. All fragmented ownership, but quite a lot of them. And the shafts went down to about 110, 120 metres. Mineralisation was still open. And all we can tell from the dumps and a few sketchy reports that they were mining pretty high grade.
Okay, so this is like right now the drilling's underway. 20 plus holes. I know the company's financed that this drill program consumes a relatively small amount
Yeah.
of money you got on hand. Like you've got the funds to easy to drill this and keep going if things look good. I think these are quite impressive targets. They're large. They've got scale and grade potential. In a place where you can work year round, it's not expensive to drill. The budget's quite modest for a 24-hole drill program. I think it's a great story, and you know, if you like discovery stories, you need to be on these things and know what's going on and be paying attention before that discovery hole shows up, which means now, basically. Pan-globalist story I think you really want to look at. Thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
No problem.